Previously on Chasing Carnivores. Chapter 8 marked some of the most incredible encounters to date, with several mind-blowing interactions between wildlife, such as a buffalo and a lion, and leopards hunting antelope. In this episode, we cover our final days of safari in Kruger National Park, which is as always packed with some spectacular wildlife.
Can you believe it? Another lioness on the way back.
Awesome.
Not long after, we drove past the cutest elephant calves, the last one not being much older than a few hours. We also came across two spotted hyenas again, a female laying in the grass and a male pacing up and down the road right next to her. It seemed that the male was trying to approach her, but the female was having none of it and kept chasing away the male. Turned out, she wasn't just protecting herself. Tirelessly, the male kept bothering her den, so she decided to move to a more quiet place. And since we didn't want to cause the mother any more stress of her car being there, we drove off. While these sightings were a great start of our final days of safari together, we received an even greater notification.
So there's some exciting developments. We just got word that the famous white lion called Kasper is somewhere nearby the rest camp we were just having lunch. We're trying to find it now. It has very pale fur, so that makes it very special and unique. Supposedly it's very close by, so I hope we can still get a glimpse of the famous white lion.
It wasn't long before Anouk pointed at a big animal laying flat in an open field.
We actually found him. It only took, I think, half an hour of looking around Satara, and it's only 50 meters away from the car, so that's extremely exciting. The ghost of the Kruger. So like I said, Kasper is one of the more famous lions here in Kruger National Park, and he was actually born in 2014, which means he's about 10 years of age right now. And that's significant because most of the white lions don't make it past the age of 3. And that's simply due to the fact that white lions really stick out in this landscape because of their distinctive white fur rather than their more orange, goldish fur. I think this might be one of the most unique animals I've never seen in the wild. He was extremely sleepy, so it took like, I think, 1.5 hours until he showed us his majestic head, and he even did some yawns, and he stood up and he walked around a bit, and eventually he fell down on the ground in the shade again, probably to fall asleep for another couple of hours. We do know that he has some family, so his pride should be nearby. Maybe like 6 to 7 lionesses and some juveniles, so we hope to see them. But yeah, this was an incredible sighting, really happy with it. So we found the family of Kasper. There's about 4 juveniles. They're extremely precious. One of them is just rolling around in the bush, chewing a little stick. So cute.
On our last days in Kruger National Park, we were back in Palabora, which meant we were driving through the surroundings of both Palabora and Letaba to hopefully experience some final moments with the breathtaking wildlife that we'd been seeing for the past months.
So just before reaching back to Letaba, right before the camp, we found a baby hyena. It was so cute, extremely cute. It was just frolicking around with his mother and it had a little branch in his mouth, so awesome sighting.
With this final day of safaris in Kruger National Park, it was time to head to Mozambique for Anouk's internship for the coming months. But on our final drive back, Kruger had one more surprise for us in store.
So I can't talk in the camera too much because I have to keep an eye on a white rhinoceros, one of the rarer animals here in Kruger National Park. It was just standing next to the side of the road. We couldn't believe our eyes, but it's a majestic animal. We saw them a few days ago already with the rhino calves, but quite hard to keep track of it, even though it has this huge size. Maybe you can see it now. Yeah, there it is.
Coming up in Chasing Carnivores, Atze and I are finally reunited, which allows us to go and search for some of the most rare carnivore species in both Mozambique and South Africa. Make sure to tune in to these chapters as they bring us some of the most special encounters to date. If you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing to our channel and letting us know what you think in the comments, and we hope to see you back in the next Chasing Carnivore adventure.